So this video is just going to be a little bit different to my usual video. It's probably going to be a lot more rambly. It's unscripted, and I'll try and cut out the worst of the ums, the ahs, and the big gaps. But I just wanted to give a bit of a channel update, cover a few things that are still to come, get a bit of feedback from you guys. I just thought a casual chat was a better way of doing that than the more scripted, edited videos that I've been doing just generally. So firstly, if you're new here, welcome aboard. It's a bit of a strange video to land on, but this channel's documenting my journey to building a £1 million investment portfolio. That covers both. I'm going to do portfolio update videos on this channel, which I've started. I'll be showing how I'm earning a bit of money, because many of you probably came to this channel from a video I made about 3 weeks ago, which was just titled I Quit. That video seems to have gained a lot of traction and really helped my channel. So welcome back if that's you. And if that journey to £1 million is something that appeals to you and you are new here, then please hit the subscribe button below. I really appreciate it. It gives a higher likelihood that my videos will be shown to you. So I just wanted to start the video with just an absolutely massive thank you. Some of you may have noticed, but the channel recently crossed 100 subscribers, which it wasn't really a milestone I set out to achieve, but it's just incredible to me that 100 people have said, yes, I want to see some more content from you. And that's really humbling, and it's also really encouraging. So when I made that video that I talked about earlier, the I Quit video, where I'd handed in my notice for my job and I was just kind of announcing that to the world effectively, just to give a bit of a clue to what was my plans for the channel, what I'm going to be doing going forward. I had about 15 subscribers in that, and so in 3 weeks to have gained an extra 85 of you is absolutely fantastic. And I just really appreciate those of you that like the videos, that comment on the videos. The I Quit video was actually quite an interesting one. It's actually one of the lowest liked videos on my channel as a ratio of likes to dislikes. I know as the viewer you can't see that, but that was quite interesting to me. Maybe the slight controversy or whatever that video may have generated helped it. And it's not just been the feedback on the videos in terms of comments and likes. I tried to get back to as many of you as possible. I'm really sorry if I've missed a comment. I try and answer all of them, or just say thank you if it's just a nice word that you've put about the channel. But those of you also who are on the email subscriber list, I've had a couple of comments back from that just saying really appreciate the condensed content that you're putting on there. It's different to the YouTube channel. So again, if you're subscribed to that, big thank you. I've really appreciated the encouragement from that, because it actually takes quite a long time for me to put that content together for the number of people who review it, whereas a video here on YouTube probably takes me about the same amount of time to put together. Generally we're talking like a day there of researching, recording, editing, longer than a day if there's a lot more research that needs to go on in the background. But hopefully that comes across. I have been trying to improve the quality. If you go back and watch the first video on my channel, I did that recently, and the sound is all over the place, so hopefully that's the main thing that's changed. I think also I didn't have the lighting right, so a lot of my early videos, my face is a bit fuzzy, and I think the background is what's in focus, so I've been trying to improve just that general content. Been trying to make more graphics and things to show on the screen, so it's not just me chatting at you like this video is going to be. And hopefully, yeah, you've seen that progress, and that I'll continue to make that progress. If there is anything that you think I can do better, I'm always open to suggestions and all ears, so that would be really great to hear. So I just also wanted to use this video as a bit of a chance to lay out some future roadmap, future plans, just because I'm aware I've not really done that on this channel. So it might seem a bit random, especially if you're fairly new to the channel and you're just seeing random videos about investment topics that generally have interested me, which is how I've been making the videos. I've not really been researching what I think is a great topic or anything like that. It's just been, yeah, what I think would be helpful for people, what I would look for as well on YouTube. It does mean that the content is a little bit all over the place. Sometimes it'll be a personal finance type topic. Sometimes it'll be investing. Sometimes it'll be crypto. I'm aware that's not everyone's cup of tea, and it probably isn't the best for my YouTube channel to have such a smattering of content. But it's what interests me, and hopefully that comes across, and hopefully you're finding the content interesting, even if it's something you wouldn't usually watch. Because sometimes they're the best videos that I stumble across on YouTube as well, when it's just a bit of content that from someone I've never heard of, or just on a topic that I know nothing about or I don't really care about, but it's just quite interesting for 15-20 minutes to dive in and just get someone's opinion on something. So the roadmap for the content going forward on this channel is the core of the content will be about my £1 million investment portfolio journey. So you'll notice so far that actually that's been the minority of videos, and that's because generally day to day there's not a huge amount happening with that. I'm going to be doing portfolio updates every month continuing forward, which is what I've started already. I will be adding in income reports as well. So now that I've left my job, I need to generate some money. That's about £1,000 a month that I'm looking to fill as a gap. There's a few bits that I've started dabbling in. If you listen to the podcast that the Geordie Saver did with me, you'll have heard me chat a little bit about that before. I haven't gone into any detail yet. There's quite a few hints in my email newsletters and things like that as well. But generally on the YouTube channel, I haven't really discussed any of that. So I'll probably dive into that a little bit more. They'll probably be quite discouraging for me at the start, I think, just because it's going to take a little while for money to start coming in. There's a few bits that I've done before that I could get some instant money on tap that I know work, but they're not things that I want to be filling my time with long term. So I think hopefully that will be really interesting for you, and I'll probably make individual videos for each thing that I try, show you the good, the bad, potentially a lot of the ugly if it doesn't really work out at all. But then the income report videos will kind of wrap up the general finance for everything that I'm trying at that time. I also want to start a series where I review companies from an investment lens. So some of you may have seen that I put out on the community tab a little place where you could go on a Google form and give me a bit of information about a company that either you know a little bit about and you're thinking of investing in, or maybe you know a lot about and you just want a second opinion on something. So I've had a couple of suggestions for that. So I want to make that a semi-regular thing as well, where I'll post a bit of a review about a company. Those videos will take a lot longer to make than general videos on the channel, so they'll probably be less frequent just because there's so much more to dive into there, looking at the financials, sectors, competitors, leadership, all kinds of things that go into looking at a company from an investment point of view. So I know when I do that personally for my own investment, it can take me weeks to get to a point where I'm comfortable with my analysis of a company, and I'm comfortable that I know what it's about, what the finances are like, what the leadership team is like, etc., etc. So yeah, if that's something, I'll pop a link to that form also in the description to this video, just in case you haven't come across that community tab. Yeah, I know it's been seen by quite a lot of people, and I've had a few responses back, but no one's actually sort of commented or liked on the actual post itself, which is, yeah, something I'm still getting used to on YouTube as well, is the community tab working quite a bit differently to the main sort of videos that are being put out. I'll also continue putting out videos on just topics that generally interest me. Again, I know it's probably not the best for the YouTube channel for growth, but hopefully it's interesting for you and you can dip in and out of. The only trouble is that if I post too much stuff that you don't dip into, you won't get to see any of the suggested videos from my channel, which is a bit of a shame, but it's something I'm perhaps resigned to the fact that is going to happen if I pursue that focus for the channel. But that's what I want the channel to be. I don't want it, I'm not making it to be a sort of cash cow channel. I know that's quite a big thing on YouTube at the moment, people creating like faceless YouTube channels or creating channels just for the money side, and that would be great if one day this channel does get to a monetization point and does bring in a little bit of money. But at the moment it's generally just a part of what I do as a creative outlet. It is a way to advertise, in a way, my kind of email community, which is completely free, but that email community is just a way for me to be accountable for my own thoughts. So I condense my own sort of thoughts on the finance news for the week into that. I sort of build free tools for people on that, which I actually leave a link to in the description below to the resources page that I've built out. So there's a few tools on there. Actually, the most popular tool on that is one about Bitcoin, which has been quite interesting, considering I would say probably the majority of the people who have come to my channel so far are more on the investing side of the interest rather than the kind of crypto side. But it's quite a fun tool just to play around with, see how much Bitcoin you might need to retire by different years. It's obviously highly speculative, but I had great fun doing the research into different pricing valuation models for Bitcoin, projecting those out into the future and trying to condense that all into a spreadsheet where you can just plug in a few basic numbers. So yeah, that was good fun, and I'm looking to make more of those tools as well. So if there's anything that that you think would be really interesting to have a little Excel type model tool. That I'm making most of these free. Some of the ones that take me a lot longer to make, I'll probably put like £2 or £3 on as like a bit of a price tag, just so that if people are interested, there's a little bit of remuneration for my time there. But the majority of them I'm trying to do for free to build up a nice library for people like you to use, and hopefully that they're really useful to you. Hopefully you just find that email newsletter really useful as well. As I said, I've had some good feedback on that, which is really encouraging for me, because it does take quite a long time to put together. I'd also love to have a bit of feedback on the video styles. So I have been trying to improve the video quality generally of what I'm putting out, but I know some people actually do prefer a more casual, chatty kind of approach. So maybe a video more like this, or even a kind of vlog type style video, especially because I'm sort of doing more self-employed type work here now. I've quit my work. So maybe that's something you want to see more of, the day-to-day, how I'm structuring my time and my life. So I'm happy to do that if that's what would interest people, but also aware that that's not what I've been doing so far on this channel, so that might not interest people. But yeah, I'd love to get a bit of feedback on whether the kind of more casual style video doesn't have to be a vlog. It can be something more like this, where it's just a heart-to-heart type chat rather than a proper video that I'm scripting out, making sure that I'm finding all the data for and things like that, because there's no real scripting or research that had to go into this video, because I do just want some feedback and to say thank you. So yeah, again, if I'll probably find out from the analytics of this video when it bombs that people don't like that kind of casual style video, but I quite enjoy a sort of podcasty, chatty type video. So yeah, whether everyone agrees with me, it'll be interesting to find out. Probably the last thing to say is that at some point I'll probably slow down on the number of videos that I'm putting out. So I'm putting out about 2 to 3 a week at the moment. There's a few sort of holidays and things I've got planned coming up that I've had booked in for a long while. And also just as I pick up more side hustles and trying to earn some money in the background, because YouTube isn't a money generator for me. YouTube will take a little bit of a backseat, but I'll still try and get out at least 1 video a week, just so that the channel is continuing to grow, so that you're still getting hopefully very helpful content. The newsletter will obviously I'll be keeping up with, again, even though I don't really earn any money from that, just because that's as beneficial for me to crystallize some of my thoughts of the overviews and spot patterns that are happening in the finance markets. So I'll be continuing that anyway, just because it's something I've generally done in the past, is write my own thoughts out, but I've never really published them before. But that's been published now for a couple of months, and I'm doing weekly updates on that. But yeah, I hope this wasn't too much of just an absolute brain dump on you. Hopefully it was good to hear just a bit of what's going on in the background, what's to come on the channel. And I hope you're finding the content really valuable. I really appreciate those of you that are commenting, liking, subscribing, even those of you that are just sort of lurking in the background watching. That's really good as well. And I hope that I'm coming across okay on the videos as well. I hope that the content that's coming across, you can see that there's time and effort that's gone into scripting that, to finding useful data for you. Yeah, and I just hope you're getting some value from that, because at the end of the day, that's what I go to YouTube for. I'm not someone who dumps onto YouTube just for mindless entertainment. I'm there to get some value, to have some kind of education's maybe not the right word, but some kind of value exchange there, because you're giving your time up to watch my content, and I really do appreciate that. So yeah, that's all I've really got to say in this video. Again, can't iterate it enough. Just a massive thank you to those of you out there watching the videos, the 100 or so subscribers of you. Really appreciate it. I put a goal on to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So to be 10% of the way there already is just mind-blowing for me, and is really just encouraging. I am just naturally seeming to be picking up 1 or 2 subscribers a day now, which wouldn't get me to that 1,000, but we'll see. Hopefully there'll be a little bit of an increase in that curve. The only reason for 1,000 is it feels like the next big number. The watch time on my channel, because I generally make shorter videos, will drag that kind of 1,000 subscribers. So if you're familiar with YouTube, you'll know that YouTubers can start earning ad revenue from their channels at 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So even after I hit that 1,000 subscribers, it'll probably be a little while before I can actually earn anything from YouTube. And it looks like it will probably just be a couple of pounds here and there anyway from YouTube, just sort of perusing other people's information. So yeah, really looking forward to the rest of this journey with you guys. As always, if you've got any video suggestions, I'm always open to those. I've got my own list of things that I want to put out. I've got about 20 or 30 videos on that list, so even if I didn't get any suggestions, I've probably got quite a backlog of content there that I'd love to produce. But yeah, if there's anything in particular that's capturing your attention, I'm trying not to do so much news type events. I'm trying to do more videos that I think will be helpful for a longer period of time, rather than just, you know, what happened this week, or let's talk about the latest inflation data from the UK, which for some reason seems to be really popular when I've seen that on YouTube. But hey, yeah, so thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.